My nightmare is some people's dreams. So yeah, it really, I knew when I speak about this shit, it was gonna get me emotional. Hey guys, it's me VB. Welcome back to my channel for all the subscribers out there. I know it's been a long time. It's been a little while, guys. It's been like 3 weeks. I don't know if you guys know where I have been, but I'm about to share my story with you. I actually went to Nigeria, y'all. Like, I went back home to the motherland and got to connect with my roots. So I want to share my story with you and what I learned, like the best 3 things about it, the worst 3 things about it. And let's just get into it because I hate long intros. This is how it happened. One day I woke up and I was like, I feel like I need to go to Nigeria. And my birthday happened March 11th and I was having a 2-week like holiday from work. So I was like, oh, the best time to really go to Nigeria is like a time where you could actually spend at least minimum 10 days, especially if it's the first time. And this was gonna be my first time. So I was like, let me use this 2-week holiday that I have coming up for my birthday and actually just buy a ticket to Nigeria and stay with family there. So I woke up, thought to do it, did it. So guys, sometimes in life when you feel like you should do it and see what happens. So when I got there, when I landed, I must say the flight was amazing. Virgin, you are on point. But yeah, when I landed, instantly there was a line to do a test for coronavirus, which I will not lie, impressed me. I was like, now let me just break this down to you. All I have seen from Nigeria is in films. It's from films. It's like witches, wizards, there's black magic, there's poverty, there's then there's love, then there's cheating, then there's scandals, then there's big houses, then there's like just the rich and the poor and no one in between. So that's all I've seen from films. Like, that is all I've seen from films. And I've also been threatened a couple times in my life as a young child when I was misbehaving that my mom will send me to Nigeria. And if you're using that as a threat, I can only associate Nigeria with bad things, right? So, so when I got off the plane and instantly they did a coronavirus test, I was thoroughly impressed. I was like, wow, y'all really advanced, because England didn't really do no tests like that for me. Even when I got back, England didn't do no tests like that for me. And when we got out to the when we got out of the whole checkout service bit, we were in the airport now and we were just waiting for my cousin to come pick me up. I realized in Nigeria, everyone is hustling. Like, you will be in the airport and someone will be like, do you want me to carry your bags? And then they're expecting a tip. Like, they're expecting money from it. Oh, madam, do you want to call who you need to pick you up? Because your SIM card might not be working, but if I use your phone, you're going to expect a fee. So I'm supposed to give you money for a service I'm not really looking for, but you guys are all around me. So everyone is a walk-in shop is what I've noticed. I don't know if I have a clip or anything. I wish I did, but even like when my cousin picked me up and we were driving back to my grandfather's house, I was seeing like so many people on the road, like selling water, selling chocolate, selling chewing gums, selling nuts, selling, I'm trying to think of everything else, like selling toys, selling sunglasses, selling all sorts of things. And it was like, I was just so shocked. I was like, yo, everyone is hustling. Like, if you're ever going to give an award to a group of people or a nationality that hustles the most, I will give it to most definitely the African nation and the Nigerians. Like, because they were hustling. Like, everything was on, they're walking shops, they're walking businesses. And it was like, wow, you'll have to do this for hours on end on the road. And on the road. And let me tell you, the road is not like 100% safe. The drivers don't drive like in a orderly fashion. That's the right way to say, because in England, you know, you have lanes. Yeah, they have the lanes, which is correct. But like, if it'll say like no left turning, or if it says like red light, if like someone wants to drive, they'll drive, you know. Like, if they feel like no one's here but it's red light, I'm going, they're gonna go. I love the fact that to go to some malls like the Maryland Mall, and I think the Surulere Leisure Mall, yeah, I'm trying to get it right. The Surulere Leisure Mall, like, you had to get tested before you got inside. Like, you had to be tested for coronavirus before you could even walk inside. And I was like, yo, this country, it's not what I expected. Now, mind you, as we were driving, I was seeing that they had Domino's, they had Pizza Hut, they had so many stores that were in England. And I was like, no way. I really looked at this country like a proper LEDC, like a lower economically developed country. And I was just like, wow, like, I didn't know you guys had Domino's, that's crazy. But it really, really, really impressed me, and it really showed me a sense of caring for your community when I saw them testing you to go into a mall or to go into this public place. Like, oh, you wash your hands first, then sanitize it, and then we're gonna test you. Like, I really respected that, Nigeria, and you did an amazing job in terms of that, like to control it and to have as little cases as you could have. I really, really appreciated that, because I felt safe in that country. I did not feel like coronavirus was gonna hit me at all. So I did like their malls. Their malls were really good. There was like, one thing I liked the most about the malls and Nigeria, because I'm actually going to compare it to the UK because that's where I live, but the people, the customer service is on point. Like, the people are nice. Like I said, it's a country where everyone's hustling, so they have no other option but to be nice. So another thing as well that I did love about Nigeria, because I went to a church. I went to my mother's church in Nigeria on Sunday, and I have never seen a country so religious in my life. Like, on Sunday, you would see people in white garments going to their Aladura church. You could see people going to their Pentecostal church. You could see them going to this church, to that church. And if not, you see them with a hijab, and you see them, they're probably going to a mosque on a Friday. So it was like really, really, really good. Like, I just was like, I felt like a sense of like protection there. Like, yo, if I ever explain that I can't work on Sunday because of church, I feel like this is a country that will understand that. Whereas in the UK, they're not going to understand, especially if you're in retail. They're like, well, we need you on weekends. If you have to be fully flexible, blah, 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 blah. So it was like really good to actually like go to a country who respects religion. Nigeria has a lot of amazing places, like Licky. Now Licky, I think it's called Licky Island, I'm not too sure, but Licky is where I celebrate my birthday, and you're gonna see some pictures come up now. And literally that place was absolutely beautiful. The View rooftop was like a place apparently where celebrities hang out, like big people hang out on a weekend. I went on a Wednesday because that was when my birthday was. So it's a bit empty, but it was beautiful. The food was nice, everything, the view, like literally, I remember when I was snapping it, people didn't even believe. They couldn't believe it was Nigeria. Man, yeah. Hey guys, I am in some nice place, you know. I'm about to eat. I am not gonna lie, Nigeria ain't that bad. Nigeria is not that bad, guys. Like, my sister could not believe it was Nigeria, and I was just like, the films don't really like showcase the beauty of Nigeria. And if I never took the chance, or if I never like went to go discover more about myself and more about my family, I would have always thought Nigeria was just like a jungle. I went to Licky, I went to malls, I went to the cinema. Everything is a feel-good vibe if you have the funds. It's not a feel-good vibe if you don't have the funds. And this is where I get a bit emotional, because there's things I saw in Nigeria and I felt like I should never ever complain again in my life. So there's things like, I saw homeless people like sleeping under the bridge. And it just makes you realize, I now understand why Nigerians are like, I want to go to England, I want to go to America. It's like, what they see from England and America is like a sense of stability. If not anything else, there's a sense of stability in these countries compared to Nigeria. And it's just like, wow, like you literally see like homeless people, you just see people like trying really hard. They're trying really hard to sell what they got on the street. Like, they'll hold on to your car and be like, oh, could you buy this? Could you buy this? Please, could you buy this? You'll see blind people being led by children. Like, you will see rich and then you will see poor very quickly. Like, there's literally no in between. So another thing that really got me emotional is the day when I went to I will say my auntie's son, the day when I went to, I'll call him my cousin, the day when I went to my cousin's school, which is a public school. And I remember he told me the night before, like in their classes, they have like 90 students to one teacher. And like their primary schools aren't like our primary schools. Like you can't be 16 and be in primary school in the UK, but you could be 16 and be in a primary school in Nigeria because you just haven't passed your classes, or you didn't have the funds to go to school until you're 12 or 13. So it's like, shit, it was just a lot. Because when I went to the school, they had a cultural day. And the kids were dancing and like singing in their dialect, and they were really happy. And I was like, yo, they don't have much, but they are so happy. And here's me who could wake up and be like, Mom, let's go Nigeria. I'm in Nigeria within a week. And I could complain if the tube has slight delays, and that could piss me off for the whole morning. I could complain and just be in a bad mood when clients are just irritating me. I can be like in a bad mood because my sister forgot to put the toilet seat down. Like legit, such trivial, small, minute issues could set me off. Could set anyone off in the UK, to be honest. Could set me off. And here are kids who have way less than me, and they are dancing for joy, and they are dancing with smiles on their faces, and it just really just made me feel very ungrateful. It made me feel very ungrateful, but very blessed to have what I have, because it was just something, there was just something about the kids that just made me feel really it gave me a new lease to life. Like it made me feel like I must live my life to the best of my ability, because there's kids that can't do that. And my nightmare is some people's dreams. But yeah, it was really humbling. That's what I told everyone. The only word I could take from this trip was humbling, because it humbled my black ass. It humbled me all the way down to my socks, because I was like, nah, quit complaining, do better. And if anyone is to get any message from this is the main message. Like, just remember, your nightmare are some people's fantasies. Like, they wish they lived that. So guys, just focus on what is good and what's going well in your life, and just develop that. But yeah, let me go back and let's cheer this bit up a little bit. So another thing that was amazing was to actually see family members I have never, ever, ever seen. Like, I've seen them on Facebook, but I've never physically seen them. And it's like, there's one family member who I've already met because he's come to England. So me and him were like best friends. Like, Bumi, he's like, that's my cousin. Obviously, they're all my cousins, but I've already got a rapport with him. But there was another cousin I had that we've spoken on Facebook and stuff years ago, and on BlackBerry years ago, and we just, obviously life got in the way and we didn't stay connected. And when I saw him, it's not like he held a grudge, it's not like he held anything against, it was like I've always known him. And it was just amazing to see the rest of my family members and everything, and just experience their way of living, their mentality, why they think the way they think. And it just was amazing to actually get to know more people in my bloodline. It was also like nice to just hear my mum and her sisters talk and like share stories, and it made me understand why my mum moves the way she moves. And it also made me understand why Nigerians shout, because you have to shout over a generator, you have to shout over any animals that you hear, you have to shout over the fans. I spat. You have to shout over the fans, you have to shout over everything, the cooker, you have to shout over everything. So now I understand why when they come to England they're naturally shouting, because there's so much noise in Nigeria. But yeah, to meet my family was the best part of my holiday. I can't deal with the rats, I cannot deal with the cockroaches. Honey, my penultimate night, so I'm about to sleep. Why am I seeing well, actually, when I go into the room to change into my nightie, I'm dancing in front of the mirror and I see something zoom by my feet, and it was a big cockroach. Luckily, my cousin killed it. So then the generator went out, was trying to sleep, and I put on the flash just to check something. And then as I put it on, I see this 2 fat cockroaches just by the floor over there, I was done. After that, I realized I need to get the fuck up out of Nigeria and go back to my country. No. After that, I realized I needed to get the fuck up out of Nigeria and go back to the UK because I was done. The heat was diabolical. The heat was crazy. The rain was crazier.
So guys, here's how it rains in Nigeria. It's crazy, like, it's a lot. And it came out of nowhere. So I'm actually quite shocked. But yeah, this is the rain.
And it was just too much. Like, it was too much. Like, it was too much. One of the many gems in Nigeria, but obviously for this channel I have to share this, was the store called Mama Tega. So they have quite a few beauty stores, but that seemed to be one of the biggest ones, especially in Yaba. There was like nearly like 6-7 stores, 6-7 Mama Tega stores in Yaba. And Yaba was like a crazy packed place. Like, people touch you, like, ma'am, come and buy this trouser, come and buy it. And it's like, don't touch me, don't touch me.
So this is Yaba. It's easy to say it like that. It's Yaba.
But Yaba, I actually was very scared of Yaba until I got there. Now I realized that, you know what, it's alright, it's not bad. But they have a beauty supply store called Mama Tega, and apparently like that's where everyone buys their stuff and all of that. And I bought, obviously guys, I bought some stuff. I bought a setting powder, but I think I left it in Nigeria, so that really flopped. I bought eyeliner, I bought lip glosses, I bought foundations, I bought this highlighter that I really like, and I bought eyeshadow palette. And I will be doing a video on just the makeup brands or makeup products from Nigeria. And I will be reviewing them as well, so that will be coming soon. I just really wanted to get the video out about Nigeria as a whole first. I wanted to talk about Nigeria and talk about what I experienced. And I will say this was one of the best things I've ever done in my life. Like, getting my degree is like top tier, but like going to Nigeria, the fact that I woke up, planned it, by the next week I was in Nigeria, is one of the best things I have ever done with my life. To get to know my family, to get to know my roots, to see how people live, to appreciate the things that you have on a day-to-day basis that people don't have. The fact that you have to turn off the generator to turn the generator to plug a kettle, or you have to, instead of having a deep fryer, you have to shallow fry everything in a pan. Like, there's small things you don't understand that you take for granted every day. And going back home, especially if it's like a country like Nigeria where it's not economically developed like England, like, there's so many things you're gonna realize I take that shit for granted every single day. Like, no, this is crazy. So yeah, there's like cars, public transports that I would never ever want to see myself in Nigeria, like a Mawa, Danfo, even Akada or whatever. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing any of them. I will show you a picture of a Mawa that my cousin really wanted me to get in, and I was not doing that. That is a ride in thought park that I don't want to participate in, especially with no seatbelts. Thank you, sir. So yeah, guys, I hope you really enjoyed this video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and all of that, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.